Have a nice day, dear all. This is the second video of Unit 2. Hope you would enjoy and improve your knowledge with this video too. Now we will talk about the system development life cycle. There are 6 steps. First one, identification of requirements. Second one, designing the solution. Third one, coding the solution. Fourth one, testing. Fifth one, implementation. And the sixth one is maintenance. When new requirements arise or any change in the current requirements, the steps 1 to 6 can be repeated. Now we are going to talk about each step of Sdlc in detail. First one is identification of requirements. This is the most important step. Both the staff of the organization and the development team should work together here. The system analyst will analyze the current system and identify the requirement. All the functional and non-functional requirements are identified in this phase. So if this analyzing part is not done properly, the next steps will be useless. That is why we say this is the most important step. Even if you write an answer for a question, you have to understand it well before writing the answer. Right, I think you got it.
Identification of requirements. There are many methods to collect information. Right? To identify the requirements, we have to collect information. There are so many methods. One method is observation. Second one is interviews. Third one is questionnaires. Fourth one, document sample collection. For example, you can collect some sort of forms in that institute. Then another one is prototyping. Prototyping is a working piece of software or some kind of screenshots. Then by looking at this working piece of software, the users can get some idea about the system that they are going to get. Then it will be easy for us to communicate with each other. Now we are going to talk about the second phase of Sdlc, that is designing the solution. Planning the solution and some other activities carried out in this phase. For example, identification of software and software architecture. User interface, that means what the user sees on the screen, and preparation for data storage. Next, identification of main hardware systems and its components. Identification of dependency of each subsystem. Deciding on the required hardware and software to run the system. Next, designing infrastructure for software, databases, user interfaces. Another one is planning of tests. Now we are going to talk about the third phase of Sdlc, that is coding the solution. Coding the solution using a selected or decided programming language is done in this phase. For example, we can use Pascal language, Python language, Java, C, C++, C#, and many more languages are available. Right, and also we can select the database management system that we are going to use. For example, MySQL, Oracle, or Microsoft Access. Now we are going to talk about the testing phase. Here we can resolve errors in coding, in planning or requirements gathering. There are several steps to complete testing. One is unit testing, another one is integration testing, another one is system testing, and finally acceptance testing. In acceptance testing, users are allowed to use the system and check the system. Next, we are going to talk about the fifth phase, that is deployment phase. So there are four deployment methods. One is direct deployment, another one is parallel deployment, next one phase deployment, and another one is parallel deployment. We'll talk about them in detail next. Here we are going to talk about the direct deployment. The existing system is totally terminated and the new system is installed. If the new system proves successful, the old system can be abandoned. For example, the manual system in the library can be totally abandoned using and new library management software can be installed. But here the risk is high. That is because it is difficult to go back to the previous system. Think that the errors of the new system may occur. The errors of the new system may occur after 1 month or 2 months. Then how can we take back those manual system again? Then we will be in trouble. We are going to talk about the parallel deployment. The existing and the new systems are used parallel for a certain period. If the new system proves successful, the old system can be terminated and the new system continues. Using the newly developed system in the library together with the existing manual system. There is low risk. Good to train the users while the functions of the organization is going on. Then we no need to allocate another period of time to train the users while they are doing the current work in the office. They can make use of the new system and also they can get used to use the new system, but costly and time consuming because data should be inserted to both the systems. Now we are going to talk about pilot deployment. Pilot deployment is about using the newly developed system in a selected area. For example, a system for the whole country can be first installed in a selected district. For example, when a new teaching method is going to be applied to the education system, first it is tried or tested in 2 or 3 different schools. Then if that method proves success, then that method is implemented or introduced to all the schools around the country. Now we are going to talk about the phased deployment. Here the new system is deployed in stages. Success with each stage leads to the next, and in completing the new system, the old system is completely replaced by the new. For example, types of books in school library, that is dictionaries first, course books second, and fiction last, to be deployed in stages. Now we are going to talk about the last phase of SDLC, that is maintenance. As a vehicle, a computer system should also be maintained. You know that vehicles should be maintained well, properly, time to time, right? Like that, a computer system should also be maintained. There may be several reasons to maintain a computer system. For example, developing systems to suit new user requirements. Sometimes the requirements may change. Issues that surfaced with the use of the system which were not identified during system development. Adopting new technology into the new system to improve efficiency. There are several system development lifecycle models. One is waterfall model, another one is spiral model, another one is iterative incremental process model, and prototyping model. So I'm going to do another video regarding the waterfall model and iterative incremental process model, which is in your syllabus. So you can go through the note which is given in your textbook and answer the given questions below.